Okay, I needed to make one more additional comment because I felt so bad about that last one. I feel like I was complaining the whole time. And so I apologize if you're looking for information about dentures and whatnot. This is not going to be it. This is just going to be about me personally. I need to apologize. This is basically what Melissa thinks and why she thinks things. The reason why I stay at home despite all the complaints that I have is intentional. And it's similar to the reason why we do not get paid at jobs at church. And it's because there's a lot more to, and it's the reason I'm able to cope in the thing I believe. I believe that the reason why I stay at home and take care of things is because it's what I'm supposed to be doing. Now, in one of my videos earlier, I made a comment about how I knew that I shouldn't get a job because this is getting weird, but I'll go ahead and say it anyway. I know that I could make more money than my husband working if I wanted to, but that is not what I'm supposed to do. It is my job to let him do what his job is. And I can't be doing that if I'm the one providing for the family, because there's so many times, and it's that negative side of me that you saw earlier that says, oh, just do it all yourself. Have him stay home and take care of the kids for a while. Don't sit and complain about it. Have him do it, and you go out and work and make money. Because a lot of people around here say it's better for both the husband and the wife to work. That is not true. And I do not have the documents to prove it, but somebody proved it to me through documents that after you pay taxes and you do all the things and you worry about other things you have to pay for, like daycare, and you're going to have to pay for transportation if you're not going to be, or someone to watch kids and food and all the things that you would be able to provide for yourself if you did it. It ends up you don't save money both working. And when I was working, I was able to pay for little things that kids wanted, but those were not the things that kids needed. When they needed me, there was a time when they actually needed me, and they couldn't get a hold of me. And so somebody else, it just so happened that we had a friend of the family who could go and take care of my son for me. But it was when that happened that I decided I am not going to work next year because I need to be here in case I'm needed again. There is no amount that they could pay me, thousands and thousands of dollars, and so I thought, well, maybe it's best if I do without. And I need to let my husband, and I hate getting all preachy, but there's a story in the Book of Mormon that gives me strength a lot of times when I go through things that are hard. It was a story where this guy was put into prison, he and this other missionary, teaching people things about Jesus Christ, and anyone who believed them was going to be burned to death. And those two missionaries, that's what they were put into a prison. Now, that's very similar the way I feel about things. I'm like, well, why didn't they do something? Why didn't they figure out a way out to save those people? Because the people ended up being put to death and burned on fire and stuff. And the other guy was like, why did that happen? And everyone started saying, see, the church isn't true, because if it was true, if there really was a Christ, then something would have happened. And that's the same, that's like with me saying, well, if you really have a problem with staying at home, then why don't you go work? Because making money and providing and making him stay home and do the work, that would show him. Well, that's the same thing as the guy, Alma and Amulek. It'd be like Alma just saying, going out and stopping the people from being burned. He could do it, but he didn't. And so they say, well, then it isn't true. And that's why it gave me a lot of comfort, because what he says, he answers and he says, well, people have to have the opportunity to prove, because everything is consequential, right? So you can't just say this person, it's like putting someone in prison because of what you think they're thinking. I think that guy over there is going to steal that candy over there. So let's go ahead and call the police and have him arrested and put into jail for robbery. Well, you can't do that. People, if they're going to do bad things, they have to be allowed to do bad things. And likewise, if they really do believe in Christianity, they need to be able to put their life on the line. Are they just going to say, oh yeah, it's true? Or are they going to, when they get put to the test, are they going to get the reward from it? And likewise, I used to think things like that. Like, well, there are things that I could stop and things I could do, but I won't, because I want to have my husband have the rewards for providing for a family. That's his job. And this is the part that I feel like is preachy, that I don't want to get into. The whole thing with a family cannot be run by one person. It doesn't matter how awesome of a person you are. It's just like some jobs are better left for men. And it hurts me to say, because I know that there are women more capable and better at the job, but their place should be in the home taking care of kids. I hate to say that. And there was a teacher in college once, she says, oh, it's because we were reading The Taming of the Shrew, and I said, oh, now they had the idea right there, because the woman finally does come when summoned by her husband. And she says, oh, it's because of women like you that I have a job. She said she was a feminist, and she believes that women have equal rights. And I'm like, well, I kind of agree with you there, but I don't, because I think that children, we were all children once too, that they should be raised by a mother and a father. And it should be done in a certain way, and things will work out beautifully if it's done properly. And I don't think things have been done properly around here. Now they've been done properly the way I think they are. The way I thought they should be. It was me working and buying things the kids wanted, and it made them happy, admittedly, but it wasn't the best thing. And I knew it, and that's why. Anyway, so that was what summed up in a nutshell. Everything I said, I'm just going to sum it up now. The reason why I like to work without pay is because being paid is not the reward I'm seeking. I would like to be here in case I am needed and to help things run smoothly. And I know that is done by a man out working and making a living, and me being home, taking care of things that need to be done and picking up children and delivering them places and instructing them in things that they should be doing. It's really hard to do it all. I remember for a while I was working, and I would come home and I'd be so exhausted, and on top of not being there for the children, I feel bad because I just wasn't home, because that was such a good security for me, knowing that anything that went wrong in school, I knew that my mom was there if I needed her. And so my mom tried to work, and she worked at midnights, but she was home when I needed her. That is very, very important.